This is Sheppard Yonge Station, and today we're going to talk about the youngest and shortest of Toronto's subway lines.
This is Line 4 Sheppard, shown in purple on the map, so I suppose you could call this Toronto's purple train. This line opened in 2002 after a gestation that was troubled even by the standards of transit projects in Toronto. Initially, the municipal government approved it, but it was delayed by the province. Then, after a change in the provincial government, they approved it, but the municipal government then rejected it. At one point, the municipal government narrowly approved building the tunnels but not having any tracks in them, and then subsequently approved adding tracks in a second vote. This line is short, only about 5.5 kilometers, with just 5 stations. It's been derisively called the Sheppard Stubway. Its total ridership is less than 10% that of Line 2 Bloor-Danforth and less than 6% of Line 1 Yonge University Spadina.
Behind me is a cost-cutting measure. This platform is the one that trains normally use. There's another fully finished platform on the far side that's usually used if trains are going out of service and they need to drop off passengers without anyone accidentally getting on. But in the middle, there's a roughed-in platform for what's called the Spanish solution, which allows a train to embark passengers on one side and disembark passengers on the other side simultaneously to increase efficiency. We'll talk about another cost-cutting feature a little bit later, but for now, let's catch a train. Meet me at the next station.
Arriving at Bayview Station. Doors will open on the left. Line 4 to Don Mirror. Please stay clear of the doors.
Here's some of the public art at platform level at Bayview Station. Each station on Line 4 has public art, and each station's artwork has a different theme. At some stations, the theme is related to the area of the station itself. We'll see some of that a bit later. The theme at Bayview is trompe-l'œil, which translates literally from French as tricks the eye. As you move around each piece, there's an angle at which it looks just right.
In some of my previous videos, I've mentioned that I'm a fan of a YouTuber named Geoff Marshall. He primarily does transit and rail videos focused on London and the British Isles. And one thing he's done a couple of series about is least used, like least used tube stations in London and least used rail stations throughout the British Isles. If he did one on Toronto, he would come here to Bessarion Station, because most years this is the least used subway station on the TTC system. At the time I'm shooting this video, the most recent figures are from 2022, when this station saw an average of 4,269 passengers per day, the least of any subway station in Toronto. Incidentally, if you are a fan of Geoff's channel, you might have noticed I've been leaving some Easter eggs throughout this video. So, if you're playing bingo, check.
Line 4 to Sheppard Yonge. Please stand clear of the doors.
Leslie Station has a bus terminal, and it's used by exactly one bus route. Leslie Station has one of the longest walkways anywhere in the TTC system. It might even challenge the famous one at Stubway Station. I did a video on that station. There's a magic link up there, and I'll put a link down in the description so you can find it when you finish watching this video. And at the end of this long hallway, where the wall tiles say Sheppard and Leslie in handwriting samples submitted by numerous local residents, we reach a set of stairs. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Not much help getting your steps in for the day. All right, let's go see the only part of the line that's outdoors. If you've been watching my videos, which I do recommend, you might recognize this spot, although it was a nice sunny day the last time I was here. This spot was in my video on how much of Toronto's subway system is actually sub. Links in the usual places. This is a fully enclosed bridge carrying the Sheppard line over the East Don River. It's the only part of the line that is not below ground. All right, that's enough of being outside on this dull winter's day. Let's head back inside and head to our final stop. And here we are at the end of the line at Don Mills Station. There are crossover tracks at that end so that trains coming into and leaving the station can use either side. And at the end of the line, there are short tail tracks. They're not long enough to store entire trains, but they don't need to. This is a short line and there's enough space at the other end of the line at Sheppard Yonge to store trains there. And here's the other cost-saving measure that I mentioned. All of the TTC subway platforms on all the lines are built for 6-car trains, but this line only uses 4-car trains, at least for now, because of low ridership. So they only finished 4 cars worth of the subway platforms. The rest is blocked off, literally, with a concrete block wall. If you look out the window of a subway train on line 4 as you're going by, you'll see these at each station. If the need ever expands to the point where they need 6-car trains along here, they can just knock down the wall and finish the rest of the platform. Don't hold your breath on that one.
And there you have it, a tour of Line 4 Sheppard. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, you know what to do. Please like and subscribe.